polar pattern, noise floor, frequency response. I don't understand any of it. So let's review a microphone. Hey guys, it's Bart Johnson here, and I am most decidedly a camera and lighting kind of guy. And when it comes to needing professional audio for projects, I usually end up hiring and bringing in a sound person who knows a lot more than I do. But being a YouTuber and the occasional one-man band shooter, I do need to have a few quality microphones of my own that I know how to use. So today we're going to take a look at one that might be joining my kit, and that is the Deity VLav. But before we start taking a look at the mic, I do want to put the disclaimer out there that the fine people at Deity did send this over to me to test and take a look at. I'm not being paid for this review in any way, and I'm allowed to say pretty much whatever I want. So I think I've made it clear that I'm no audio wizard. I'm definitely not on the level of someone like, say, Curtis Judd, whose channel I have a link to down below, and I highly suggest you check out if you really are into technical audio details and testing. So what I'm gonna have to do is come up with my own personal criteria for testing and judging a microphone. So for me, I think a microphone needs to be three things. It needs to be versatile, it needs to be easy to use, and it needs to sound good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the VLav to my three tests today. But first, let's take a look at some of the details and specs of the VLav pulled directly from the instruction manual. So the first criteria on my list was versatility. So the VLav is a lavalier microphone, and there's really not much to it. It has this cable, it has a little battery pack here with two small batteries installed, and the connection at the end is one of these standard 3.5 millimeter jacks. Now this is a TRRS, or tip ring sleeve connection, which means that you can connect this directly into your smartphone and do recordings that way. Of course, if you're on a modern Apple smartphone, you get to dig through your bunch of dongles and adapters to find the one that you need in order to connect it to your iPhone to do recordings in whatever audio recording app you choose. Thanks a lot, Apple. But the beauty of the VLav is that you can actually connect it to other devices that will take a 3.5 millimeter input as well. I've been able to connect it directly to the 3.5 millimeter jack on my GH5 and record audio directly into the camera. So if you have a camera or audio recorder that can accept 3.5 millimeter inputs, this is going to work on that as well. So recording on a smartphone, recording to a camera, recording to an audio recorder, you can do any of it. So I would say that's a big check for versatility. So the next question is ease of use. How easy is it to actually use the microphone? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You just connect it to whatever device you want to record with. Maybe you need an adapter, but for most you don't, and you start recording. So that's pretty easy right there. The only one thing I would say that is not quite so easy about it, this is both a plus and a minus for it, is that it has a 5 meter, that is about 15 foot long cable. Now that's great if you need to run this to your talent and run it all the way to a camera on the other side of the room. But the fact of the matter is that it can pretty easily get tangled, and it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to put back, which I am going to have to now do. And then the final test. Does it sound good? Now I know that good isn't exactly a scientific qualifier, so I figured the only way for me to really test this was to pit it against some of the lavalier microphone systems that I commonly use. What you're listening to right now is my Sony UWP wireless system that I use on my channel all the time and have been using for years in most of my productions. I also have hooked up to me right now my Tascam DR10L, and the Tascam is actually a small little portable recorder that you can pop on your talent and record directly into. So it's kind of similar to the setup of the VLAV. And of course I have the VLAV here, which is running directly down into the adapter and recording directly into my iPhone. So let's switch back and forth between the three of these and see if they sound different and see if there's one that you prefer over the other. So we're gonna switch back and forth as I talk a little bit here. We're gonna go between the Sony system that I've used for years now and is pretty much my staple on this channel and in my productions. And then we're gonna take a listen to the DR10L that I use for when I'm going out and don't wanna carry a large recorder with me, but still need to record some audio. And it's something that you can drop into a Talent's pocket if you need to. And then finally, we have the VLAV from Deity going into my iPhone just using the Voice Memos app so that you can actually use whatever application you would like for recording audio. Some will give you some more control, some won't. I'm just using the Voice Memos app. Right now I'm recording directly into my iPhone. So real quick, once again, we'll wrap this up. We're gonna have the Sony system, the Tascam DR10L, and finally the Deity VLAV. All right, so I got myself all detangled and down back to just one mic system, my Sony again. And I took a listen to all of the audio that you just heard, and I would say that the VLAV does indeed sound pretty good. Now again, I'm not extremely versed in microphones and audio and what to look for, but you guys got to take a listen, so let me know in the comments down below what you thought of those three microphones and if the VLAV stacks up. And of course, something to keep in mind is that the VLAV comes in at only $50, while my Sony wireless system is around $500, and usually you find the DR10L for around $200. It definitely makes it really affordable, and it seems pretty competitive in terms of audio quality, at least to me. So let me know what you guys thought of the audio coming from the Deity VLAV, and let me know if you think you're gonna pick one up. I have links down in the description below. If you do wanna go ahead and purchase it today, it is available. And while you're down there, guys, please make sure to give this video a like if you liked it and click that subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I have new content coming out on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one.